Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we will begin a pocket journal. And this book will be full of pockets, and I will show you how to do a different pocket on each of the videos. First, I'm going to start with my page. This is one of the pages. I've die cut the back, and I have die cut the front background. And this area over here is how I will attach the book to the spine. So let me take a second and put some glue on here and get my background fixed first. I plan to have a bunch of different kind of pockets in this book. So hopefully you will find one that you like, or two or three, and can put it in your journal. If I put this in correctly, I will have a little border all the way around my designer paper, except on the left-hand side, it will be much larger. There we go. I used my rubber cement for this. That way I can move my paper around until it's stuck. Okay, so we now have our basic paper. I have a piece of cardstock here that I'm going to make my pocket out of. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my scorer, and I'm going to score the sides. This piece is 3.5 by 9. I'm going to score down one side 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to turn it around and score the other side 1/4 of an inch. This piece is about 9 inches, and so I'm going to score it in half at 4.5 and fold it over. And then I will press it down and make a good crease. Next thing I'm going to do is fold my 1/4 of an inch over on both sides, bend it so it'll be up, and then I'm going to cut the 1/4 of an inch on one end. So I'll start at the bottom and go up to the top of the crease. That's when I cut a little crooked, we'll straighten it up a little bit. There we go. Then on the other side, I'm going to start at the crease and go back down. Now my piece of cardstock is 1/2 inch wider at the top than it is at the bottom. I'm going to fold the back down. The part that's been cut is the back. I'm going to take the sides that are 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to turn them over the back. After that, I'm going to get my glue here. This is glitter glue, and I'm going to go down the edges of both sides on the 1/4 of an inch flap. Then I'm going to press that flap down on both sides and let it sit for a minute so it glues. Then I'm going to put it over to the side and work with my wax paper. Let me get my glue put up first. I'm going to take my wax paper and I'm going to wad it up. I'm going to make as many creases in it as I can. The more creases in it, the better it will do. Now I'm going to use designer paper. I'm going to use distressed ink. And this is called Fabric. I'm going to take it and go over my wax paper. We do it that way. Then I'm going to take my tool, and I'll probably add a little water to it in just a minute. And the reason I'm going to add some water is so that it will activate the ink and it will become darker. I want to get the ink on here first. We'll put a little water on this, and as you see, the ink gets darker and is easier to blend on the wax paper. Okay, I'm going to wait a few minutes for this to dry, since I put right much water on it. And when we come back, after it has dried, we will put it on our pocket. Now that I've got my wax paper covered with the distressed ink, I'm going to put my pocket down and wrap it in the wax paper. Just to cut it just about right. Go wrap it tightly around it and put a piece of tape on it. Put a piece of tape at this end and the tape at this end. Now that I have my tape holding the wax paper, I'm going to trim it off at the edge of my pocket so it's even with my pocket. Both at the bottom and at the top. Okay, now that's done. The next thing I'm going to do is cut a finger hole, a hole for you to catch hold of your tag with. Turn it over so I can see where I'm punching, and I'm going to punch about almost a half of the circle. And there is our pocket. And now it's ready to go on to our base page. I'm going to leave the tape on here because I will be putting glue on it and putting it down on the pocket. Okay, I've got some of my embellishments out now, and I'm going to see what I'm going to use. When I do a die cut, I usually do 2 or 3 at the same time, so because when you pull them out, you might as well do 2 or 3 of the same pattern. I've got a black that would go with the background on my base page. I have some silver that's kind of shiny for a rustic background. I've got the cream color. I think I'll go with the cream because it matches my little guy. Now, the best way to put all of this on will be with my Xyron, because I have a semblance of leaves here. It's kind of a scroll work, but if you use your imagination, you can see that they could be leaves. So I'm going to run this through the Xyron quickly here. And while I'm at it, I have it going. I might as well put my little man in there. The Xyron is great for putting embellishments on that are fine or have thin areas where it's hard to get glue. I'll take my plastic off again. And I think I'm going to put my green sprig on. Have to be careful that you don't get it warped because these lines are so fine. And there's so much space between the lines that it's easy to tear. I'll put my sprig on my wall. This little piece got curled up somehow. There it goes. I have to kind of curl it around. Okay. Next, I'm going to put my little man. This is a Tim Holtz embellishment. I'm going to let him be in front of the greens. And I'm going to put my medallion on next. Again, I have to watch how I take it off so it doesn't get warped. And I'm just going to put this on my pocket just like this. That's pretty close to the middle. And there we go. We have my page. It's finished. And I'm just going to put my plain tag in here for now. Since my video is on pockets and not tags, I just want to show that my beige tag would fit in it. I hope you will come back and see the next video. I will be doing it on a different kind of pocket for my book of pockets. Please come back and visit and have a happy crafting day. Goodbye.